Why hello there fellow shoppers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship. Episode 59, What a Waste of Shuttle Chemfuel. I'll put this in an engine bay, why not? Actually, that in hindsight, that's a really bad idea, because if you don't mine it all out, you can't leave. Too late, but we also crashed. Well, you would be able to leave, it becomes non-functional. How far away is your next birthday? I think it's December 15th? When is her birthday? December 15th. She has like a Christmas birthday. Wow, we found more Plastile already. Hot diggity damn. With that in mind, let's make the Prestige Cataphract. Why not? She's dyslexic Santa. No ancient dangers. I think all the compacted Plastile is already being mined. And she will have her Archon apparel soon. Oh, you could wear your favorite colors. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, and they roofed the engine, so I'll fix that too. The super derps being super derpy. It's because as soon as you modify the zones in any way, you change the roofing priority, which is super dumb. I hate it, but it is the way it is. So the idea here is to give her as much mood boost as she possibly can have. Not that I'm worried about the whole, like, daughter Cortana or Cordan dying. It's more just, like, keeping her happy is kind of important. Or very important. So I think what we'll do is queue up the Chemfuel from wood until we have 500, so that we don't necessarily burn all of the wood. And at this point, we are set to kind of burn all the wood until we have no more wood. But normally we wouldn't burn all the wood until we have no wood, so that we can reserve some for the braziers. Because if they go out, she gets pissed. So I'm going to want to keep a strategic stockpile of wood. The other thing we could do, which is a little challenging given where this wood is if you had a stockpiles of wood that you intended to burn for Chemfuel, to have a designated shelf for wood outside of that. So, like, I could set the region here and then have, like, a designated shelf for wood out here as, like, a spare, you know, bit of wood, but I don't think that's really worth it. Oh my god! We are finding so many strategic resources. A gold asteroid now. So as soon as we can launch, we'll go to the other Plastile site. And then we'll head to this cluster of Imperial cities. And if those cluster of Imperial cities don't sell me the inspired Psycast, I'll have you guys decide whether I go to war with the Empire over it, or whether I just try for an uninspired throne. You'll be able to vote at that point. Do you want to get him another... what is there to do? A public execution would be nice. There's also the offering. And Frenchie just got inspired tame. Oh, what is your animal skill, though? 7? Is there a large animal? How big are emus? Body size, 0.6. For the ritual, we need a what? .8? So emus are too small, which is crazy, because in real life, they're massive. And ostriches are a... body size 1. Oh, ostriches are valid. Okay. Tame. Oh, it requires a 10. Alright. So maybe we'll inspire tame something at the other Plastile site that we can then sacrifice in a ritual, which might improve moods to encourage inspirations. Ooh, Outlanders coming to preach. So one of the reasons why I wanted Pilgrims, and it's not that I'm like necessarily using this as a function, but Pilgrims always have your ideology, which means that they're a really good pool of recruits because you never have to convert them. Granted, these two are horrible. Compact of Teen? What are you, like, Epstein Island members or something? What the hell is that? Get out of here, perverts. How old are they anyway? 91? Oh my god! 91 and 22? Okay, yep. I stand by my initial analysis. A 91-year-old man with a 22-year-old girl. He's got really good social and intellectual. You must be a senator, Martin. Well, I mean, they came to worship me, so I guess they can't be all bad. His natural age is 91. This dude is old. Yep. Bye. Alright, here we go. More Plastile. Oops, more Plastile. It's major Hugh Hefner vibes? Yeah, absolutely. Where is my Plastile? Oh, there it is. Is there any other Plastile here? No? Oh, yes. Yes. Wait, no. Yeah, there is. Okay, cool. I'll park splitting the difference, I guess. Maybe like that between the two nodes. Any ancient dangers? No. We're gonna have lots of Plastile after this. Finally, the windfall I've been waiting for. I'm happy enough to even... Oh, you're ambushing me? Okay, cool. I get to kill a trout while we're at it. I was gonna say, I'm even happy enough to drop some free light on it. You have pretty good traits. Too bad I'm not looking to recruit. So you're definitely dead. Because no one survived Liara, truly. In a 1v1, when you're against a Psycaster, losing is optional at that point. Like, you really... I can't imagine a Psycaster ever losing a 1v1 unless they're, like, overcooked or whatever. You really have to, like, potato to high hell to ever lose that fight. Come on. Be masterwork. We're legendary. Oh, don't leave me hanging, Skyra. And now you're gonna vomit on my armor. Great. It's Varmer. Legendary. That's just awesome. I'm glad your vomit inspired you. So the old armor is going to be hand-me-down. And now she is one beefy girl. With the bionic legs, her move speed is still more than most people can move. So I'm not worried about people running me down in combat. I always forget she has like a cute little like Asian bun or whatever. What is technically this hair? Cute. Yeah, it's literally called cute. She doesn't dress her age. She is 50. Actually, I don't even know how old she is to be fair, because she did a bunch of age reversals. I think she's like 60 something. I'm not really sure. But now she has her Archon apparel. So she's just even happier. She's got like the human leather suffering Archon apparel, favorite color, uniform thoughts, skull spikes. I mean, she's got a lot going for her now. Minus the whole daughter died. Nice! A worshipful village. So before we head to the worshipful village, I intended to have Frenchie tame an animal with an inspiration, like a muffalo. That we do... Oh, I need berries for that. Is there a... Yeah, I guess I'll get some berries. Tame a muffalo for a sacrifice. What is the reward for the sacrifice? I forget. I think it's... Psi Focus. There's also Gladiator Duel. I haven't done a single one of those. Do I have to haul these muffalo? Or, haul these muffalo. Haul the berries? Probably. No, Kilgore, not you. In fact, you have 48 berries on you? Okay. Handle. Frenchie. Tame. Yo, what the hell? How did that happen? They were... So, if you're wondering, whenever you have a pawn triggering to go interact with a stack, it is reserved by that pawn. But I just watched Breakfire try to steal that too. I don't really understand how that happened, because that's not how the game's supposed to work. Very strange. Alright, now that we have a muffalo, let's do this. An offering to Liara. And the hope is that, like, we have a positive ritual effect, it boosts moods, and people get inspired. It's just yet another way to possibly run up inspirations. I don't think it's going to really work, but, you know, I might as well try. We do have 2/3 of her relics, so, you know, there's a chance. Also, what happened to Tornal's biosculpting? I was pretty sure I put him through a bioregeneration. I must have screwed that up or something. Spectacular! Well, that's gonna help. Alright, Tornal's now in there again, I think. Somehow that got messed up. So the Spectacular, if you're wondering, nets us a +8 for the ritual itself and a +3 because relics were involved, and then, of course, that's going to boost Liara's mood, which is then going to have a feedback effect and boost everyone's mood again. The solar flare erupted? I don't think solar flares hit the pods, so I think I accidentally did like a double pleasure cycle or something stupid. I don't know. I'm going to blame me. I'm sure it was my fault. So we're trying to scoop up the rest of the Plastile, and then we are going to head... Wow, that's a lot of Plastile. I got so much... I went from like 0 to like 1,000. And then Liara's going to shuttle over to the Worshipful Village. I don't care if other people are sleeping. That doesn't matter to me. So, take 2 brawlers. Oh, that was not a lot of warning. The one due to make the throne is getting nibble murdered here. Bad kitty. That was ridiculous. Southeast ancient danger? No, there's no ancient dangers here. I mean, if you really want me to double check, I could do the land claims. So there's no there, none there. None there. Nope. 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 No ancient dangers. Ooh. Bunch of arc trees. That's interesting. I told my shuttle, and I don't mind, but I told my shuttle to land at center, and it just landed on the village instead, which is what I intended, but the village is obviously not centered. So it's sort of like they knew or something? I don't know. Kilgore, go hack the terminal. Liara, go play with your food. Done. That was easy. They really need to fix these relic missions. It's too cheesy that they're broken. I mean, it's not my fault. I'm not responsible for the code base being broken, but still, they made it a little over easy. So we have one piece of information left. Yeah, I mean, they do have like a revenge fight or whatever, but like, there's such a delay that like, if you came via shuttle, it's a non-issue. By the time they show up, you're already gone. I'm going to make one of the hospital beds for slaves to try to get Arm to recover quicker. Because there was just such an overabundance of Plastile here, we can't even take off before we're able... Well, I mean, we could, but we leave Plastile behind, which is not what I intend. Now, I had mentioned I would bionic leg my people up if I had a more reliable source of Plastile, and now that I do, let's go and queue up some bionic legs with Skyra. For those that don't know, your sharp protection maxes out at 200%. And Liara's is sitting at 187, which is pretty dang close to functional max. This cataphract armor has a sharp of 200. Because it's a legendary cataphract, of course it would. It's mostly the fact that she's wearing human leather rather than Thrumbo, but I'd rather have her be happy than protected, because I don't think that she's gonna get hurt much at all. She had a tough skin gland. The problem is she'd be less beautiful. I mean, it's safe to say that she's a little vain, right? What? Oh. Yeah, that's my fault. Hey, Ink, fix it. No, that's not fixing it. That's going to sleep. I forgot I suspended the simple meals when everything got vommy. We gotta fix that. Okay. There's one more haul of Plastile, and then the plan is to move towards this grouping of Empire to look for the Psycast inspiration. Can someone go haul that Plastile, please? Stop cutting trees. A legendary catfight helmet would help as well. Yeah, I'm sure it would. I could queue that up. My only worry is if I keep queuing up prestige armor, at some point I'm going to reduce the amount of gold that I have and then require more gold for the throne again. Although, with that in mind, the helmets don't require a lot of gold. I didn't realize the prestige stuff does not. It's mostly gold inlay. I guess it's like gold leaf. So that's not a lot of gold involved. Alright, we're all set to launch. And I can only get about this far, so I'm going to land maybe in the Temperate Forest. So only these three are going to be accessible. I don't want to be so close to the royals that they put up a fuss. You know, if you land within too many cells, you upset the faction. We don't need that. Not until I backstab them if they don't sell the Psycast trainer that I'm looking for. Yeah, I could also start putting Throne together, you're right, and then forbid it until just before finishing for the quality. I could have been doing that all along. I ought to. Doesn't seem to be any materials that I'm looking for. No silver. Oh no, there's Plastile right there. I take it back. As if we need more. With a pretty gross amount already. So, Skyra... Oh, no. I thought you had a trade inspiration. I guess you don't anymore. Oh, the other thing is the old clothing can probably go in. So the insect jelly is going to go in. And... we've got... the corsets... and the formal shirt that can be sold. We'll load that in real quick before we depart. Yeah, I would like a legendary gold throne. Really, all we have to beat is excellent. Anything better than excellent would be an improvement. But without inspiration... Oh, well, I don't have Neuroquake. I'll buy it. But it's not really what we're after. Still, Neuroquake's nice to have. But without, like, a constructor getting inspired, chance of me getting a masterwork is pretty low, and it's a really high gold cost. So I don't want to risk using my gold up and then not getting the thing I want. Okay, not selling it here either. I think only Pontus is within shuttle range. So we'll take a pilot to Pontus. Then I might have to poll you guys about what to do if Pontus doesn't have it. I might need to make heads roll. We'll see. Let's start producing the throne. And then we'll finish it with inspiration. One thing I do not want is anyone that has a terrible skill to work on it, because I don't need them, like, failing or whatever. That would be terrible. Might not save, hurt to save, just in case fatigue gets to me. True. Or if I accidentally finish the thing. I can see that happening. So the current priority is buy Psycast Inspiration and make a golden make throne. Plus the relic. Still waiting on Chemfuel for the shuttle to get all the way out to Pontus. I think we could probably turn off the long-range scan for materials. I don't see that we need... I mean, we're gonna have a lot of plastile. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. A shaman merchant. Watch them have it. I mean, not that they can, but that would be pretty funny. The other thing I could do is I'll make one more attempt to contact them via comms and ask for an Imperial trader. I'll give them, you know, an extra chance. Alright, close enough. 24 work left. So, waiting on inspiration for that golden grand throne. Boy, I must say, metallic thrones are so much faster to build than stone ones. Stone ones have so much work requirement. It's ridiculous difference. Wow, these guys have plastile. Shock lances. Oh, I forgot about the arc arm. I gotta do something with that, don't I? I don't even have any silver. Mag, let's get you that arm. Before I shuttle away. Cool. And then the regular one goes to Turtle. So now all my brawlers will have double arms. And then Mag has scary double arms, both arc arms. Unfortunately, well, Mag's a constructor, so I take it back. I was going to say, unfortunately, she's not like a miner or a plant cutter, because she'd be ridiculously good at that. And then, while you're out, might as well bionic leg you double legs, so you move a little faster. That's a game mechanic that people often forget, which is brawlers brawl better when they move faster. If you're wondering, melee DPS factors in melee, manipulation, sight, and movement speed. Where is it? Movement speed. So melee damage and hit chance, cooldown seconds, melee damage average of all attacks, cooldown, melee chance, manipulation, sight. It's the dodge chance. So when you are brawling, dodging is way better than taking a hit and getting stunned. And, you know, there's so many things that factor into the, into brawling that brawlers benefit from bionics much more than shooting as a result. All right, so she's in, right? Yeah, she's in. All right, Pontus. Yeah, because Pontus is, yeah, that Pontus is the last one in range. Uh-oh! I don't have Flash Storm, though, so we'll buy that. But uh-oh! I see problems. What are we going to do about these problems? Chat, you will be able to decide. Let's also look at Kelly. Kelly! Put you in a brain fog. Makes you calm. Put you in a brain fog. Oh, Kelly. Question, chat. What do we do about the Psycast Inspiration? There's three choices. We can build the throne anyway. We can continue trying to trade for it, or go to war with the Empire. You choose. Not even gonna vote. So, cooking trainer. Do I have anyone else? No, it's really just Ink. And Ink has a skill of 17. Alright, well, you're a skill of 20 now. Or 18. Man, that sucked. Thought I would get more bang for my buck out of that. Oh, right. There's actually one more. No, hold on. Don't vote on this yet. The Imperial Trader Caravan hasn't arrived yet, and that would be their last chance. But this stupid caravan just, like, marched all over our ship and used our throne room to feed themselves. How rude. Should have killed them. So I'll pull that in just a minute. They do have one chance left. And let's give another round speech. I've certainly had Aram's mood be pretty high. High enough to warrant inspirations, so I'm surprised that I haven't had any... I've had very few inspirations, given that most of our colony's moods are like 100%. Oh, that's not good. Uninspiring throne speech. So birthday party can't be able to be done for a long time. Leader speech is on cooldown. Yeah, there's not a lot of other things I can trigger in order to encourage additional inspirations. One thing I do want to check once Mag is up is to just, like, brawl a Mega Sloth to death. A feat of strength. For fun. Have you ever been so bad at public speaking that it upsets the local wildlife? Yeah, that's apparently how bad it was. Wow. This is one-sided, more so than I would have expected. I mean, I know she's strong, but I didn't think she was, like, barely get injured strong. But she got, like, 2 damage, 3 damage, and she killed it. Okay. Cheerio. Well done. She's quite the little murder machine now. I mean, you know, that's great. We wanted one. Our melee DPS is wrong because it didn't calculate the sword. At this point, she might have an annoying void hidden trait. Yeah, Loki seems like it, doesn't it? Contact prison. Oh, a beam repeater that is masterwork. That's kind of nice. Oh, wow, look at this raid. 93 snipers. A sniper-only raid is actually, oddly, very weak. Because, snipers... You know that they're completely vulnerable to, like, animal pulsers and things like that. Because sniper rifles are not very good against wild animal swarms and scyther swarms and things of that nature. But I'm not interested in the contract prison. Even if the rewards are awesome. I don't care. Where is my caravan? I paid for one. You're keeping me waiting. Not only that, they haven't even hauled in the plastile. Probably because of my haul priorities, to be fair. So whenever the Royal Empire shows up, it's their final chance before I'll poll you guys about the solution. I am hoping that I'm offered the 5th relic thing. Oh, thank you, Julian, for throwing a party. I don't actually think I have a designated party spot. I mean, they're partying in the correct spot. And I ought to designate it. Although one would... you know what? You can have parties in there, but, like, no marriages. And the reason why I'm putting the marriage spot in here is, like, no one gets married in Liara's throne room. Because it's not about Liara at that point, right? I'm surprised there isn't, now that, like, almost everything has a, eject Chemfuel function, I'm surprised that the Bioscout pods don't have something similar. Because if you put nutrition in there, and it's really hard to stop them from putting nutrition in there before they do it, because they just, like, love shoving nutrition in there. You can't force it out. I don't care. I mean, it's meat, whatever. But Joker's now healed. So Tornal is scarred, but he's getting healed. And I think, apart from the slaves, because the slaves don't count, everyone else will be full health by the time Tornal pops out in 5 days. Who knew that Liara would provide universal healthcare? All you gotta do is elect her. Well, she's not exactly elected. All you gotta do is sign your soul over to her and you get universal healthcare. Easy peasy. Okay, here we go. I know my silver's in my pod, so if they do have it, I'm gonna have to shift some silver around. I don't think they have any. Nope. Pulls up. Because they came without the required goods. Traders will never, ever, ever sell heal and res serum. It's not in their subset. So, that's not worth there's no point in checking for it. You need a right leg. I wish. It'd be pretty cool if it was sold. Even if it was, like, exorbitantly priced. Yeah, the heal serum was in my inventory. It's right here. So you guys are dismissed. And whether I go to war with the Empire or not will be up to you. The last goal, of course, is to get that relic, and that's just like a matter of time spent searching for it. There's a heat wave on this tile, so there's not really a good reason to stick around anymore. Let's take off. We're starting to get heat stroke. It's pretty intolerable. By that token, if you did want me to, I'll just land somewhere neutral. I'll land somewhere in the middle of the continent. And ready myself for whatever you end up voting on. Oh, Plastile rich? Oh, that's not a forest, though. Because I'm going to want a forest to replenish my missing Chemfuel. Come on, where was the increased plant? I don't care, whatever. Doesn't really matter. One more minute to vote in this, and if you can't decide, I will flip an imaginary coin because I don't have any coins around me. I'll find a coin to flip to decide it for you. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream of another series or game. Farewell, fellow pilgrims.